In this video, I interview Ryan Hogue. Let's get straight into the content. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? We got Ryan here. What's up, Ryan? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, RJ? Thanks for having me on the channel, man. Happy to be here.
Awesome, man. Now, though, thank you for having me on your channel too as well. And it's, I wanted to get you over here on my channel too. So thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out of your day too, by the way. So let's get straight into the content. So what got you into selling online?
Dude, good question, man. Let's go back to the beginning. Like, I probably started on eBay back in, I think you can see on your eBay account, I think it was like 2007, so 14 years or so. And that might have started as a buyer, but I'm pretty sure I jumped into selling pretty quickly too, because, back then eBay was like the auction site where it was like the online garage sale. And it was just interesting to like, man, things used to be a little bit more fun when I think back about the internet, and things were more unknown. It's like, I'm gonna sell something online for the first time. How does this work? And, back then I think it was largely like manual processes, right? Like you make a sale, you got to go grab the item, you got to like put it in a box, tape it, grab the shipping and take it to the post office. And, people who figured out how to make that like a scalable, easily repeatable process probably made a ton of money. Unfortunately, that was not me. But at some point, after, back in 2007, I was in high school. So after going through like high school and college and whatnot, and then working a 9-to-5 job for, I think, 8 years, I started really realizing that as much as I loved being a web developer, because I'll be honest, on like the spectrum of jobs, it really wasn't a bad one at all. Like I had a lot of free time, not too many meetings, got to kind of listen to YouTube all day while I worked and stuff. But I was like, man, like this isn't the life that I really want though. Where it's like, I'll get a good salary guarantee, or let's just say comfortable salary guarantee. But that life that we dream of, the life that you see people advertising when you log into Facebook and they're trying to sell you a course, that life is never going to be my life unless I make a change. Right. So started really taking e-commerce seriously in late 2016. Amazon FBA led me to merch, led me to print on demand. So that's really it. And that led me to KDP. So.
Okay. Nah, man. So also too, guys, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you guys get any value out of this, of course, but Ryan's going to bring the heat. So no, it's crazy, man, because I think that all of us, like, well, I don't want to say all of us, well, me and you in general, because we're on this live together, but this interview together, but it just me and you in general, it's kind of the same approach to things, right? Testing something out and seeing if it's working. And then if I suck at this, right? I can't even do eBay. I can't even sell my used Nikes or something like that. And you're like, okay, cool, let's move on to the next thing. And then the next thing, and just keep testing, keep going. And then as you start to do research and get smarter at certain things and understand how things work, then you kind of just plug everything together, right?
Dude, I agree. And like, for sure, like mindset matters so much. I'm sure we've all seen the YouTubers talk about mindset, and it's not like a physical or actionable thing. It's really like almost an idea, but it's like one of those things that actually really can make or break any business. I think it's just like having the mindset of it's just like being realistic. Like, okay, if you're doing it for the first time, it doesn't matter what it is. It's like, it's probably going to suck more than when you do it the second time. And then the second time is going to be worse than the third time, because it just keeps getting easier. And if you keep a mind for like making things easier, each iteration, figure out a shortcut, figure out like what you did before that you can do better. And it's like, apply that to any business, online business specifically, right? Like, I don't know, man. I could go off on another tangent about like why I do online business, right? Because I had logged probably 100,000 hours playing computer games. So it just made sense. It's like, okay, so if I do an online business, I'm almost benefiting from all the hours I wasted playing World of Warcraft and Counter-Strike,
No, that's crazy too, because like I literally didn't know that right now. And I think it's something I play computer games. I enjoy it. It kind of like as you're working throughout the day, you set your time, you set your schedule, and then you're done. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm about to go play some Call of Duty over here or whatever. So, what specifically got you into like print on demand? Like, what was it? You created a design? What'd you do?
Like I was doing FBA. I paid somebody like $2,500 to teach me FBA because I couldn't figure it out on my own. And we met once a week, and I took it like super serious. Like I didn't just do it once a week. I was doing it like every day when I wasn't meeting. But I realized like when you invest in that one product and you're putting real money in and you've got that one listing, even with guidance from somebody that was successful, like I wasn't as confident in doing it the first time as I wanted to be. And then when I heard about Amazon merch through, I think, Reddit,
Mhm.
like some make money Reddit subreddit
Mhm.
probably. That was like, oh wow, this is a thing. Like I can
Mhm.
list on Amazon because I didn't, technically I may be an Amazon seller as I'm like going through it for the first time, but you don't really feel like one until you've been doing it for a while and have a couple different products, man. So like Amazon merch was a blessing,
Yeah.
because all of a sudden I'm able to like list more products on Amazon,
Yeah.
see more of what it's like to be a seller, not a buyer,
Yeah.
see how like the keyword algorithms working. And it made me feel way more comfortable. That's why, like, I really think it's people should dip their toes in, even if you're doing FBA, like dip your toes in KDP or merch. Like
Mhm.
you're creating more listings, you're doing them for free. So,
Yeah.
um, and it all makes you more confident getting the big picture of the Amazon ecosystem. So yeah, and then merch just led to, I heard about Gear Bubble,
Mhm.
and that was my first intro to print on demand. I was like, oh, so I can do more with these designs that I made for Amazon merch. I can list them on more products, and then put them on the world's number one e-commerce marketplace, Amazon. So it just kind of built from there.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy because like I know that as like starting to grow, right, with your business and like starting to create more content, more and more content, you seem to repeat yourself a lot when it comes to like, oh, so is that really true? Like, is Amazon merch a real thing? You can really make money. And then like for me personally, like 3 years from now, you can like, I mean, well, 3 years later, you're like, yeah,
Mhm.
you can. You don't take care of none of the inventory. You don't take care of none of the customer service. You don't hold no inventory. You don't print nothing. You don't do nothing. You're just
It's crazy.
focusing on the design and the keywords, and that's it.
I call it free money, man. I don't like saying free money because it's like it should immediately set off an alarm and people hear that, like, he said free money, he's full of shit. But it's like, dude, like Amazon merch is free money, as free money gets
Mhm.
online. Like if there's nothing you guys do that are watching, like if you haven't started your business, just like please get on Amazon merch if you can, like if they'll accept you. It's invite
Yeah,
only. You have to apply, but like take advantage of Amazon merch and see
yeah,
where things take you from there.
yeah.
It opens doors to other things.
No, okay. No, so also as you got into print on demand, like what is your favorite print on demand platform? I know there's a few of them, like so there's Amazon Merch, there's KDP. I consider KDP a print on demand platform.
Yeah.
Redbubble, you said Gear Bubble, right? You said something about Gear Bubble. I'm not sure. I think you said. And then there's like
That's
Etsy
yeah.
now. Etsy, Spreadshirt. There's a ton of them. T Public. We can go on and go on. And what's your favorite?
You know what's funny, man? Like when I'm talking to other people who are just getting started, like I would never say Etsy's my favorite print on demand platform, but at the same time, it's like when Etsy opened the door to print on demand sellers,
Mhm.
like it really did create a massive opportunity to make money through print on demand. And the cool thing about Etsy is like you can sign up for like Printful is my production partner of choice, but you have other options too. If you don't like Printful, check out Printify or whoever. But it's like you can create a free Printful account in 5 minutes,
Mhm.
integrate it with Etsy, and that takes like 5 minutes, and then start selling on Etsy in like, I mean, I always give the short estimates because I'm a
Mhm.
computer nerd who's,
Mhm.
100,000 plus hours, probably 200,000 at this point. And so like I can do it in like 10, 15 minutes, but other people it might take you 30 to an hour, but who
Yeah.
cares? Just like that, you're set up and
Yeah.
you're selling on Etsy, print on demand products. You don't have to worry about inventory. Everything you said is true. You just need to create a design, create a listing, and if it sells, someone else does all the work and ships it to the customer and you make money. It's like you
Yeah.
can get set up so quickly. And the reason I favor maybe Etsy as like a good starting point at least is the organic traffic is there, but without the competition being like unreasonably high. Like
Yeah.
Redbubble's great too, but the barrier of entry is low, and
Mhm.
as a result, competition I'd say is much higher there,
Yeah.
And I know that's a big favorite, but I mean, yeah, Etsy I've been recommending to a lot of people, so let's just go with that one.
Yeah, no, I think just adding to that, just if it takes more work, right, it creates less competition and scares people away,
Yeah, good point.
right? And I agree with you right there too as well because like with Etsy, it gives you a ton of information. There's a ton of data that it gives you that Amazon won't give you unless you pay for it, like on AMS.
Hmm.
But just a ton of good information back there, and they like seems like they want you to win.
Good point,
uh,
man. Also, to piggyback off that real quick, like selling print on demand through Seller Central, another
mm,
like people hate Seller Central because it costs $40 a month. And because it's like such a beast, like the UI sucks so much that people that log in, they're just like, no. And then they just never log back in. And it's like, man, if you can just get past that barrier, sell some print on demand on Seller Central, not that you're going to see reduced competition, but like it's a great opportunity that it's so true what you said. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people get scared off, you know?
Yeah. No, but that's another thing too, that you just said two things right there that will scare people off, and then which in return creates less competition for yourself. And that's an opportunity for you to make more money online, because you can see a lot of people say, oh, Amazon merch is oversaturated. There's no way to make money on there. I'm like, wrong. You're already like, just get out of here. Conversation over. You know what I mean? So there's always an opportunity within an opportunity, but you just got to find it, right? And I think that's I don't know.
That's a good point, man. Yeah, because people, it's the way I always say is, it doesn't matter what business model it is. Like today is the most saturated it will ever be if you're projecting the future. Or I mean, sorry, the least saturated. Today's the least saturated it will ever be if you project into the future. So no matter how saturated it is, if you're looking forward, this is the least. So this is the best opportunity, is to start now. You know, because tomorrow's gonna be worse.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, exactly. So like with someone's barely just starting off with print on demand, what's the best advice that you can give them?
Yeah, I mean, the best advice, and this is actually like a great question. I was taking a couple of consulting calls right before we jumped on this one, and I found myself repeating myself to those people, but it was like, you know, me and you, like we're in tier 100,000 on merch, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, man, we talk about our journey on merch today, and it's different. Like the way we approach things when we're at it for years is different than if you're just getting started. And I know a lot of people watching this are probably just getting started or would consider themselves beginners. And it's like, I really love that Amazon merch like gamifies things, in that, like, you know, you start off tier 10, one upload a day. And like if you're just starting, it's okay to start slow. You know, when I talk about like my Ryan's Method school, it always says start, scale, and automate. But it's like when you start, it's like learn the basics.
Yep.
Don't put too much on your plate. Don't overwhelm yourself to where you get nothing done. You know, like start with one thing, learn it, take as long as you need, and then, you know, go to the next complementary thing. You know, like if it's from merch to, you know, Redbubble, fine, you know, and you don't have to do two things at once. Like learn one, then learn the other. Don't overwhelm yourself. Focus on getting the like basics down, put in the legwork, do it yourself. Don't worry about like automating or paid tools. You don't even need to worry about the paid tools. Like, you know, get your stuff up to some point where you're comfortable, and then worry about scaling, then start worrying about tools. And then when you're like tier 100,000 or whatever, you know, if you want to, you can always use these amazing automation tools that keep getting better, you know?
Yeah. No, so
my thoughts.
just also too, just to add to that, I think it's crazy. We talked about this too, I think, before we started this interview, but it just like you can, if you do something and you figure it out, if you kind of take a step back and look at yourself and judge yourself, is there a way that you can perfect that process? It can be the littlest thing too, as well, that can change your whole business, right? Like you said, connecting Printful to Seller Central and paying the $40 a month. Okay, there's a process right there, right? Now, what can you do to perfect that and to make it better for yourself, make it more easier for yourself as you're doing all this research and learning everything at the same time? And literally like that little simple thing can change everything for you and your perspective on things. It's huge, right?
That's the thing right there. It's your perspective. It keeps your perspective and your like outlook for the future like more positive, I think, because no matter how much it just sucked, a lot of the things are like one-time things. And if it's like a repetitive thing, at least you can make a promise to yourself that you're gonna make it easier on yourself the next time you do it, you know? And if you could just apply that logic, man, I swear, like being a web developer and learning how to program, like it a little bit changed the way my brain works and sees things. Because as a programmer, like you by definition don't want to write the same code twice. So you write it in a function and then you call the function. So instead of writing like 10 lines of code or 100, you write one line and you call the function, and the function does what it does and returns. It's like apply that to life, like for real. Like make things easy on yourself. Like don't overcomplicate things.
Yeah, man. No, for sure. No, so like, okay, so what are you gonna do different from last year compared to like this year?
Dude, that's a good question. And what am I gonna do differently? For real, you know, we talked on my channel about KDP. Like if we're talking broad spectrum,
broad general.
yeah, that's what I was worried you'd say. It's tough, man, because I really like my process, and it's like the time constraints that I operate within, I feel like are truly limiting. Like for instance, man, I did $4,400 profit, or no, 46 actually, because I think I made a couple hundred on Amazon merch when you do all the markets together. So like 4,600, I think was the number in December. And like I can double that for sure if I just did Amazon merch. If I only cared about Amazon merch, no more YouTube, no more anything else, easily double. But like I want to be diversified in my income streams, right? Like I want that safety, you know, and I also honestly think that most of the time you'll probably like make more money too. Like if you only did Amazon merch versus if you cut that time in half and then spent the other half time uploading to Etsy, Seller Central, Redbubble, wherever else. And what am I gonna do differently, man? Like, you know, can I just answer it this way? The true thing that I'm planning on doing this year that I wouldn't have said 1 year ago is focus more on the like me and you both, like we run businesses that earn us income. Like I want to be more mindful about and more strategic about what I do with that income to multiply my wealth, you know? Because I mean, honestly, we're locked in anyways. I don't have shit to spend it on. So it's like I want to put it to work, man. Because also like they're devaluing the US dollar. That could flip after watching this. It could flip tomorrow. I'm not projecting it will. So like literally keeping money in a bank account is losing buying power. Like that's why go to McDonald's, go to 7-Eleven. No joke. Go look at the menu prices. Things are expensive and it's probably going to get worse. So like I want to focus on taking some of the money that I earn from these businesses that like, you know, it's passive income, but we're always looking to the next thing and hustling. I want to make my money work for me better this year. So that's honestly what I'm going to focus on.
Yeah, man. I think I absolutely added like where you talked about how you can. This is good, awesome answer too, by the way. But we talked about this where if we cut out certain things, and I've been thinking about this. We cut out certain things, man. It's like I can make more money here, and I know it, right? And it's just crazy how that works because you know that you're telling yourself that in your brain. You're like, okay, and this year, do I cut off a certain things? Because if I do that, I can double my income if I just focus on this one thing, and I can just make more over here and just worry about one thing only, or two things, or three things, or whatever. Say you have 7 things going on right now, and you feel like you're cutting yourself too thin on with these other things. If you cut off 3, you can focus on 4 and make more money.
Those are hard decisions to make, though, man. Because I know that like you've probably felt that way. I know I do all the time, but you know, it makes life exciting too, figuring it out as we go. Yeah, dude, that's another thing too. See, dude, it's just a lot of things are clicking by like your answers and stuff right now. Just I love how like open-minded and like this is our second call together, and that open-minded you are with your answers and stuff like that. So I love that a lot, man. Good job. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, man. So hey, that's why we gotta help each other figure it out too. So you know.
No. So anything else to say? Like any final thoughts? Where can people find you?
Yo, get my Instagram up to 10,000 followers so I can do the swipe up thing. Follow me on Instagram. Yo, put it in the description. Ryan, it's such a long name. That's the only downside, but it's like Ryan Hogue, Hogue official. And the one thing I would say is people who already follow me on Instagram, every now and then I can't help myself. And I drop a plug in for Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to say. Buy Bitcoin. That's all I want to say. Buy Bitcoin. Because I've said that since like the last 3 months. And I feel like anybody who heeded my advice made money. So you know what? Like buy Bitcoin. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Okay. No, I got a few people that are crashing with Bitcoin. Did you buy Bitcoin? It's like, no. No. So
did, man.
Yeah.
We got drunk and bought some like at a friend's house over the weekend. Like literally they had money in their like Robinhood trading account. And I was like, nah. Like stocks are great and all, but like put it in Bitcoin, sell it later. I don't care, bro. It's up like $7,000 since then. By the way, not financial advice. I'm just saying Bitcoin is awesome. It's a good hedge against inflation. If you don't want to worry about picking stocks and all that crap, like institutions are buying it, by the way, not people like me and RJ. Like, you know, go do some research. Like it's a good investment.
Take your sports betting money and plug it all into Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's good advice, man.
Okay. Yeah, man. So thank you, Ryan, for coming on the show. Coming on the interview. There is all his stuff going to be right down below. So make sure you guys go follow him, subscribe to his channel on YouTube, give this video a thumbs up, follow him on Instagram, buy Bitcoin. Anything else?
That's it, man. I think that's it. Buy Bitcoin.
Okay. All right. Peace out, guys. Thank you very much.